Jacob, and I'm an alcoholic. Well, no, not really. Only as much as every 20-something Australian is. But I do have an issue with drinking. My body apparently prefers to inhale water rather than drink it. And when you're coughing and spluttering, what's that one thing that kind of like eases your lungs? Just have another dose of that good old H2O. It's like, in case the first time didn't kill you, you know, go on, have a second shot. It's almost like a behavioural trait that gives evolution its helping hand. Lets it make its mark. Like, if you haven't mastered the basics, just, you know, it only gets harder. So, I'm not an alcoholic, but I do suffer from anxiety. A big surprise, I know, as someone who joined this club. But, so I sort of struggle a bit in pressurized situations. I can't really think of any examples off the top of my head. Nothing's really standing up or speaking to me at this very moment. But it's the little things as well. So things that you can do automatically that normally you can do with your eyes closed, and all of a sudden a little bit of pressure and my hands start shaking and it makes it nigh impossible. I wouldn't make a very good surgeon, and not for the usual reasons. So I'm definitely smart enough and arrogant enough as well, apparently. And it's not the blood and gore. Call me creepy, but I actually find that quite fascinating. But for me, I'd be in theatre, and I'd be all, okay, Jacob, you're on shift with that surgeon that you fancy. Try and keep it together. Try not to come off as a nervous wreck. And I'd get to that critical incision, and like clockwork, my hands start shaking, and before I know it, Mr. Heart Attack on the table, blood's gushing from him, and he's fighting for his life. And all I can think of is how I've catastrophically messed it up with the surgeon. Back to my drinking problem. One way in which my anxiety manifests itself is in drinking a full glass, like picking up and drinking it. I was on a date with a girl once, and I was pretty nervous. I was very nervous. She goes and gets water for us, bless her. But she must have smelt the fear on me. So she fills my glass right up to the top. And straight away I was like, whoa, this is going to be a challenge. And I was very nervous, so my throat was very dry, and it was getting worse. And you know when your saliva sort of thickens, and when you talk, you start to make, you know, pretty weird and inappropriate noises. So I fabricated an awkward silence, and as she's looking away, I quickly get in and do an awkward little sip, and it works, it pays off. And we've been married now for 5 years, but I still can't drink in front of her. I've got to rush off to the bathroom every time I, you know, get a little bit thirsty. I feel like an alcoholic trying to sneak a drink from my partner. So I live in a share house, and one thing with being a redhead is everyone always knows exactly who it is when say you leave some beard clippings in the sink, or some hair in the drain plug, which is fine. It's okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. But personally, I find it a bit personal and intimate when you know exactly who it is who's left that stray hair on the toilet seat. I mean, give me some anonymity. Thank you.